Do y'all think the freedom of movement, like of players now, has kind of ruined any of the intricacies from y'all's era? Because it was free agency, of course, and still player movement, but there was more guys. It seemed like they wanted to stay with the team.
In terms
Long
of,
time, like as long as they could. Now it's like, no, I kind of want to get to unrestricted free agency as soon as I can.
I mean, that part of the game, that's over my head. I don't really, but guys, I mean, in this era, guys really teaming up with people and all that type of stuff. I don't get it, because back when we played, we wasn't friends like that with other guys across the league. Like, dudes like that, but you ain't really working out with them in the summertime like that. You ain't hanging with them. Like, you might get with them a little bit, but not really. You know what I'm saying? We really trying to be with our team 4, 5, 6 years, and we trying to build and then compete and beat y'all. Right. Like that was our thing. Like in Portland, we was like, man, we want to beat the Lakers, and then until they start breaking you up. But like, we're like, man, we didn't beat them this year. Let's get back to the drawing board. We're gonna figure them out for next year, man. Let's beat these guys. And now guys are like, man, I think it'd be easier if we maybe go play with the Lakers instead of
they're mighty tough.
Like,
Shaq's pretty big.
Yeah. We might have success. We go play with them, and then so I don't really understand that part of the game. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, these guys, they set themselves up for their career path to have championships on their resume and have a lot of money. So if that's what makes sense to them, this is their era. That is what it is. But it just doesn't make sense to me, because guys just go to all these different places, and like every year, be like, man, God, look, he over where? They don't, so it's almost like this college stuff with the transfer portal. Like everybody transferring in free agency is crazy. You just never know.
Well, I think from my standpoint of it, you got to look at, a lot of guys are willing now to go and play with other different dudes in all these different cities because they're younger. Like, if you think about it, back when we played, again, this goes back to veterans. We had families.
Yeah.
Like you had to think about, you weren't just thinking for you. Yeah, you were the breadwinner of your family, but you weren't just thinking for you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, shit, well, now I got to take my kids out of school and get them signed up and everything for another school. So now you like, all right, so my kids going to feel some type of way because, now they got to make, now they got to make new friends. And this
across
and
the
that.
country. And
As a player, like, all that shit come back on you. You know what I'm saying? Because now it's like, these are the weights that you feel from having a family, and you get traded, or if you're a player who got traded a lot, even during our day, it's like almost to the point like, okay, be like, all right, babe, you and the kids can remain here. Wherever we got the house at, y'all remain here. If I was the type of player to get bounced around from city to city, I'm gonna just get an apartment or a condo or some shit. Ain't gonna be nothing permanent. Yeah. We gonna make this particular city our main base of operations. Yeah. But, it was a lot of guys in those situations who didn't have the opportunity to do that. They had to move the family with them and this and that. Right. So I think that's also a difference now, why a lot of these younger guys can team up or have the opportunity to team up with different players in certain cities. I ain't got no kids. I ain't got no responsibilities other than maybe like my mom, my dad, or my grandmother, whoever who raised me. But as far as me personally, I ain't got a wife, a girlfriend, or no kids. So shit, all right, if I'm playing in this city for 2 years and then I get traded, or if I'm that key player, I want to go play with Bonzi, and now we going to motherfucking Houston or whatever, then all right, that's cool. So you're not thinking about that. But that was a major concern back in our era, for the simple fact that I was saying before, the veteran players.
Yep.
You thinking about your kids, you thinking about your family. Your wife is set up in the community. She's part of the PTA. The kids go to the school. They all do the Christmas cookie shit and a Halloween bake sale, all that. Now
you're part of the community, like you said, yeah.
Now you gotta get up and go. Like that's the ass part of it. You know what I'm saying? I can't speak for other sports such as baseball and football. But for us as basketball, that's the ass part of it when you get traded.
100%.
Remember to use promo code Sheed when you play. Don't forget to subscribe to Sheed and Tyler on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you get your podcast. Follow us on Sheed and Tyler Show on Twitter and Sheed and Tyler Show on Instagram.